Cap City, what's going on? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to bring you another reading for January. This is, I will call this the mid-month reading, right? Please forgive me because I usually am on point every month. At the beginning of the month, I would give you a rundown of the planetary alignments. I did not do that, but I'm going to do it now briefly for you. So if this is something that you're not interested in, the astrological piece of it, fast forward, okay? If you are in the comments talking about you don't want to hear astrology, la 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 la, I'm just gonna block you, all right? Because I don't care. This is my channel. I don't care what you want to hear. So for those of you who, you don't want to hear it, hey, I respect it. Just fast forward to when you start seeing me pull out the cards. And I don't want any timestamps in my videos because it's disrespectful. Because when I start speaking is when the reading starts. Not when you tell me, oh, well, I'm going to just put the timestamp after the astrological piece starts. That's disrespectful and it's rude, okay? So if you do it, I'm blocking you. I'm telling you right now. All right, that's to those who, feel they want to control my channel. To others of you, peace and blessings, babies. And let's get going so we can get your reading here. So right now, in your first house, we got Venus. We have Pluto. Venus and Pluto are in your first house. Venus is all about, romantic feelings. It's not necessarily romantic love, but it's how you show your appreciation and your affection. It could be considered romantic love too, but it's more about how you receive affection, how you show affection to people, places, and things that you have affection for. And then we have Pluto, which is in your first house. Pluto is all about intensity, power. It's all about death and rebirth. So with those two planets there, you guys, especially you Capricorn ascending signs and sun signs, you guys could be oh, and listen, Mercury's going in retrograde. Before I even get into that, Mercury's going in retrograde on the 30th of January. But every time a planet goes in retrograde, we have a post-shadow period, a pre-shadow period, where 2 weeks prior to that date, the planet stops, so to speak, the rotation. It stops in rotation and it begins for the retrograde. So you're going to start feeling the retrograde energies as soon as Saturday the 16th. The date I'm recording this is Thursday the 14th. So you may already be feeling these energies, but what's going to happen is a lot of you are going to be thinking about past relationships. And with Pluto in the first house as well, you're going to be dealing with unresolved feelings and emotions that you may have had about these relationships. Okay. So this is a good time for healing. Like I've been telling you guys, this is the winter of healing. So this is going to be a good time for you to really look at the part you played in the failure of the relationship. Now, a lot of you have met some really crappy people or been dealing with some really crappy people, but we do have to take accountability for our actions in the connection. So for example, you could say, well, damn, this person treated me this way, that way, that way, and that way. They were a piece of, they were a jerk to me. They were an asshole to me. What you may want to start considering is, okay, why did I let this person treat me this way? Or I can't believe I let this person do this to me. I can't believe I allowed this to happen. So once you start looking at it from that point, then the healing process is going to begin for you, or has begun for you, because now you're taking yourself out of victim mode and you're taking accountability for controlling your life in reference to relationships. And so moving forward, you will notice some negative behavior and you'll say, wait a minute, why am I letting this person treat me this way? And you'll nip it in the bud instead of allowing it to go on and feeling like you're in victim mode. All right, so that's what some of you are going to be coming to the realization of while Pluto is still in your house, and when Mercury starts to go retrograde with the pre-shadow period starting on Saturday. All right, so that's for your first house. Your second house, which is Aquarius, you got a couple planets there. Mercury is there. So Venus is in your first house and Pluto, okay? And then I talked about Mercury retrograde a bit. Mercury is in your house. Actually, it's going to be in your it's in your second house already, so it's going to go retrograde on January 30th. Along with that, you have Jupiter there. You have Saturn there. So Jupiter and Saturn have been in Aquarius for a little bit now. Jupiter is all about expansion, growth, good luck, good fortune. Saturn is all about restrictions, limitations, rules, regulation, policy, authority, things like that. So, your second house is Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is the house of like-minded individuals, like-minded organizations, humanitarian efforts, forward movement. So with Saturn there, you're going to see a lot of changes, especially with government and everything that's going on right now. That's with the impeachment. That's a major example of Saturn in Aquarius right now. Jupiter in Aquarius is all about good luck, good fortune, all right, and that's in your second house. So for a lot of you, that's your money-making house, okay? So some of you may be looking for jobs, may come across better paying jobs, may be getting some promotions. Some of you may be looking to step out into your entrepreneurial ventures. Some of you may be partnering up with people. So, you know, there's some positive things going on in reference to the work front for a lot of you. Now, that is the house of Aquarius. Now, Uranus is another planet that just came out of retrograde on the 13th. Uranus is in the house of Taurus. Taurus is the house of where you make your money, okay? Your self-value, your self-worth. And Uranus is a planet of forward movement. It's a planet of rebellion. It's a planet of spontaneity. It's a planet of surprise, whether it's good or bad. Okay, so some of you, as a result of Uranus being in Taurus, you may have had some surprises at the job. Okay, you may have had some surprises in reference to your money-making situation. Could have been for the bad, could have been for the worse. Okay, but Uranus is going to be going direct. So just be aware of some surprises that could come up in your money-making environment. Okay, whether it's good or bad. Some of you may get a promotion, you may get a raise. Unfortunately, some people may get demoted, or they may get fired or transferred against their, you know, wishes, or, you know, may not have a say in some of the changes that are going on in their work environment. Unfortunately, because, you know, Uranus is that type of planet where it deals with that type of thing, that you may experience that. Neptune is in Pisces, so Pisces is your third house. So a lot of you may be rearranging your apartment, rearranging your house. Some of you may be sleeping a lot now, wanting to rest up, feeling a little tired. Some of you may just be homebodies right now. You're not really going anywhere, doing anything. Got to be careful, though. Don't overdo it with the drugs and the drinking and the alcohol. I'm not knocking you. Do what you do. But don't, you know, Neptune is a planet of overindulgence as far as drugs and escapism in particular. So you want to be careful of that. Some of you may know people who are getting out of jail and may need a place to stay. So you may be getting hit up. You know, if it's family members, you know, probation or parole may be calling you saying, hey, your people needs a place to stay. Can they stay at your house? Can they use your house? That type of thing might be going on for some of you. That's a few, not everybody, but, you know, with Neptune and Pisces, that could be going on as well. Some of you, that could have something to do with your job as well. Some of you may work in the prison systems, or you may work in detention centers or nursing homes or rehabilitation centers, things like that. So you may have some unexpected events going on in those areas as well. All right. And I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Mars is in Taurus as well. So yeah, that's about your money making. So yeah, some things may be going on pretty. Yeah, Uranus and Mars is in your house of money making and your house of self-value and self-worth. So yeah, the workplace may be a little, depends on what's going on. It's going to be full of surprises. Be careful. Those of you who already know you got some issues going on at the job, you know, just have plan A, B, and C going on. Okay, like I said, it could be unexpected good things. It could be unexpected bad things, but they're going to happen pretty quickly with Mars energy. Okay, so just be concerned about that. So let's get some cards out here and see what we got going on for you guys. This is going to be a general read. Take what resonates, leave the rest. What's going on for Cap City? I hope, happy birthday, Cap City. It's still your birthday, baby. Happy birthday. I hope everybody was able to enjoy their birthday. All right. And, you know, hopefully you had a good time with family, friends, loved ones. Let's see what else we got going on. What else is going on for Cap City? Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio. Well, actually, it's not Cancer. It's not Scorpio. It is Scorpio. Let's just put it that way. This is Scorpio energy. All right. For me, that's how I read it. But yeah, so this is energy of, if you look, because I'm using the After Tarot. This is all about, you see, he's spilling his emotions here. Spilling his emotions out his cup. So this is someone who's spilling their emotions. So with Venus in your first house, you guys could be reminiscing about past love relationships. You know, maybe going through a phase of, damn, you know, why didn't this work out? Why didn't that work out? That type of thing. You know, you basically talking to people, you know, maybe talking to people that you care about or you can confide in about, you know, what's going on. I think that would be a good idea for some of you. If you aren't, it might be a good idea for you to vent. Okay. With Mercury retrograde coming, some of you may have people from the past coming back. Doesn't necessarily mean that is the case, but they may come to mind. So some of you may spend some time reflecting, you know, and expressing those emotions that you may have had bottled up or pent up in reference to the situation. Okay, especially with Pluto in your first house combined with Venus. So some of you may want to get that stuff out of you. And it's a good time to do it, you know, to get over the past. Cry if you got to cry it out, you know, but again, don't drink too much. Okay, I see like a lot of you may be drinking. All right. But then I feel like also for some of you, you're like, you know what, I'm over that shit. I'm not going to allow that to, you know, get to me. You know, it happened. It's over. I'm not going to drink myself to death because of this person or, you know, the situation that didn't work out. I feel like some of you are ready and open for love as well. Some of you are being very strategic, and I feel like you're communicating with people about that. You know, you're very excited about it, especially your business ventures and things like that. Because the King of Cups, he's not just about romance. He's very strategic. He's very analytical. Okay, he's somebody who is well thought out. He's very empathetic. So I feel like while you're going through your emotional, you know, clearing out your emotional closet, you know, you're still able to be empathetic and loving and sympathetic to others who are going through things as well. Because the Capricorn is the bomb like that. You know, you guys are dope like that. I know some Capricorn sons, and no matter what they're going through, they still make room for you to come through, and you know, they'll look out for you and show you love. That's just how they are. You guys are amazing. And I'm proud to be part of the family. I'm a Capricorn moon. So let's get to the cards. We have Ace of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have the Five of Cups in reverse, Scorpio. We have Gemini energy, major arcana. That's the Lovers. And we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, which is Piscean energy. And then we have the Five of Wands in reverse, which is Leo. So we definitely dealing with a lot of emotions here. A lot of emotions. And I feel like what's going on here is I feel like you guys are focusing on you. Okay, some of you may have met someone new, and you may be communicating with that person. But I feel like some of you are just coming out of, or you're still healing from a past connection with the Five of Cups in reverse. You're still healing. All right. You may have met someone new, or you're to the point now where you're like, you know what? I'm ready for love. I'm open for love, especially with Venus in your first house. But the challenge is you're still healing. The challenge is some of you are still a little bit scared. You know, you're still a little bit hesitant to open up. So you may, you know, date and things like that, and which you should. But, you know, I feel like an emotional attachment right now might be a little too soon for some of you. Because you're still dealing with, I feel like, a karmic connection that you just got out of here with this Lover's energy here. And so you're with the Five of Cups reverse, you're coming out of it. A lot of you are coming out of the depression. Like I said, you spilt your emotions on it. You're done talking about it for some of you. Some of you, you're in the process of spilling your emotions, and this could just be between you and your higher self, just talking about the situation, reminiscing about it, crying over it, chalking it up as a loss, and moving on is what I'm feeling here for a lot of you. But there's a major choice that you have to make, and I feel like for some of you, it's to, you know, let those emotions go. Okay. And with Pluto there in your first house, Pluto's all about death and rebirth. I feel like a lot of you are going to be going through that process. You already are, for a lot of you, but you know, you're going through a transformation. So don't beat yourself up. Don't be too hard on yourself. You know, especially when you start thinking about this person from the past, because it's Mercury retrograde coming in, making you think about it, along with Pluto, making you deal with those unresolved issues that you may have put on the back burner. Because, you know, Capricorn, you'll work. You know, you'll just like, all right, well, let me put those feelings to the side. I got work to do. I got bills to pay. I got to get this money. And so what the universe is going to do with Pluto in your first house and Venus is it's going to help you clean out your closet, so to speak, of all that emotional baggage from relationships that didn't work out, so that it won't hinder you from the next connection. Because I feel like a lot of you got love coming in, but until you heal from the past, it's not going to be beneficial to you, because you're going to either A, be very hesitant to connect with someone who comes towards you, you know, because you're still healing. Or what's going to happen is you're going to take your frustration, because you haven't healed, you're going to take your frustration out on that person. And some of you are going to be meeting people who are in a similar situation as you. Just came out of a very karmic, messed up situation, because that's what a lot of us are doing right now. You know, you guys know if you've been watching my channel, everybody's been coming out of karmic connections, and this is the winter of healing. So people are starting, you know, people are moving around, they're communicating with others, they're connecting with others, but everybody is in the state, or a majority of people are in a state of healing. So while at the same time you want to get over it and meet someone else, you know, you got to be realistic with yourself. You need time to heal, right? So some of you are still thinking about that. You're still dealing with that. And with the Five of Wands in reverse here, I feel like, you know, you're ready to put down that battle, that internal battle that's going on within you in reference to how you felt about the situation. I feel like a lot of you have come to terms, or you will be coming to terms by the time the Mercury retrograde energy ends. It ends February 20th, but there's a post-shadow period that brings us into March 6th. So from now, basically, until March 6th, we're going to be in Mercury retrograde energies. So if you are one who has not dealt with your feelings and you're starting to feel it, you know, come to fruition, because Pluto is that convulsive energy where, you know, this is how I describe Pluto. Forgive me for the vulgarity. But you know how you have to vomit, right? That's compulsive energy. You can't hold that back. It's a matter of where it's going to go. Okay, it's not if it's coming, it's where it's going to go when it comes. So that's Pluto energy. It's like those emotions and feelings that you put in that closet that you didn't want to deal with. Well, that compulsive energy is coming out. And the reason Pluto comes to pull it out is because that is energy that's hindering you from your next connection, or hindering you from being happy in life. So Pluto pushes that out of you so that you deal with it, and you come to terms with it, and you come to grips with it. And then once it's settled and you do that, then, you know, the universe is going to say, okay, now you're ready for love. All right. Other than that, you'll be sabotaging your connections. So, you know, use that energy, use the planetary alignment energies. You know, this is why I explained it to you guys, so that you can understand how to use the planets to help yourself, instead of you going against, you know, nature and what's going on, because that's just going to kick your ass and make you even more depressed. So use this time to reflect, you know, on those connections that didn't work out and why. And more importantly, what part you played in it. And also, like I said, switch the role. Instead of saying, damn, they did this to me, they did this to me, say, damn, I let them do this to me. Now, why did I let them do that? You know, and that way that's going to help you look at what you did and how you looked at things. And it's going to put you in a position where you can say, okay, next time if I see something like that, or if I see some red flags, I'm not ignoring them. I'm going to investigate the situation, and I'm going to confirm that it's the best thing for me. And that way I will move forward, and I won't ever put myself in a position where I'll be hurt like that again. Now, it's easier said than done, but that's a process to follow. And I only say that because I've been through it. Overall energy underneath this deck here for this spread is the Six of Swords reverse, Aquarius energy. So some of you are feeling stuck. All right, so we got Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius right now. Saturn is all about, did you learn a lesson? Okay, and that's in Aquarius. All right, so that's your second house. That's all about your values, your self-worth, where the second house is. But Aquarius itself is about your friends, your circle, your social circle. It's also about people that you have like interests with, whether it's in a professional environment, or, you know, your circle, your social circle, or your organizations that you're involved in. Okay, some of you are feeling stuck. Okay, and you're not able to move forward. So let's see what's going on here. Why are you feeling stuck mentally? So we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Two of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is Virgo. The Two of Pentacles is Capricorn. The Four of Cups in reverse is Cancerian energy. The Ten of Swords is Gemini. And the Star card, Major Arcana, but it came out in reverse because there's no forward movement here. These are Aquarius energies here. So for some reason, there's no forward movement with you guys, okay? And this is in Aquarius. So let's see. That talks to me about Saturn. So there has to be a lesson that's learned here. So that's why I was saying to you, Pluto's going to help you with that. It's going to help you to reflect on what's going on, because Aquarius is, again, with your friends, the types of people you choose to associate with, okay? So I feel like here with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, This is an energy of I feel like you want to stop thinking about this. Like it's on your mind heavy and you just want to stop thinking about it. You want to stop focusing on it. But the thing is that you still are looking at the fact that this connection is not, it has not worked in your favor. No matter what you tried to do to balance things out, it did not work in your favor. And the thing is that it wasn't your fault, you know, as far as the person who broke or what broke the relationship. The only thing that might have been your fault is the fact that you noticed red flags that you tried to ignore. And that's normal because a lot of us, we look at relationships like, okay, you know, they always tell us relationships aren't easy, they take work. Okay, yeah, so when someone fucks up, it's like, okay, depending on what it is, I'm mad for a period of time, but okay, let's try to figure this out, let's try to work it out, right? So that's what you were trying to do, but this person didn't appreciate you. You see how this cup is being spilt here? This person didn't appreciate you. I feel like for a lot of you, this person has some emotional baggage that they were dealing with. If they didn't have emotional baggage they were dealing with other people. Okay? And so I feel like they did not appreciate you. And this is what the universe is wanting you to know because this came out in reverse. So I feel like this person was not appreciating you. You know, what you brought to the table, who you were, the connection that you were trying to establish. They didn't appreciate it at all. So you just ran into somebody who was just very unappreciative and who was very, I feel, immature. Okay? And I feel like you're at a point where you're still dealing with the betrayal of this all with the Ten of Swords, but you are at a 10, meaning that you're at the completion of this. So by the time Mercury retrograde ends, you know, of the full energy where it's the pre-shadow period, the retrograde energy itself, and then the post-shadow period, I feel like once we get to March, you're going to be past this Ten of Swords and it's going to be in reverse. You're going to be ready to let this go, right? And then what will happen is the star card will, instead of it being in reverse, it'll be upright and you'll be focusing on your healing. So what it is right now is that you need to look at why you can't stop thinking about this, okay? And you can't stop thinking about it because of the fact that this person, you know, unfortunately, you just met someone who was a super jerk. Now, we can't help what we're attracted to or what's attracted to us. We can only help what we entertain. You know, if you're a light, say you're a lamppost on a summer night and you got all these insects flying around you. You got bugs, you got gnats, you got moths, you got mosquitoes, all of these different types of insects. Now that light that's shining, all it's doing is shining this light. It can't help what's attracted to it. Now, if the light was able to communicate, would the light communicate with any of these insects? That's the question. And if it did, then why? Why that one? So it's like, okay, you're the light and these insects around you are the different people who you may have had relationships with. It's like, okay, why did you entertain them? Right? So that's what you want to look at. Why did you entertain these people? So, because this is what the healing process is all about, understanding you and your choices. So let's take a look at these 5 cards here, because we had the last card that came out here with the 5 that were on top is the World card in reverse. This is Saturn energy. Saturn is in Aquarius, the house of self-value, self-worth. There was a lesson that is still not learned about your self-worth. I feel like that's why you're still mulling over this. You did nothing wrong. This person was a jerk. Understand that. All right? So we have the 6 of Swords reversed, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Queen of Wands, the 10 of Wands reverse, and the World in reverse. So yeah, it's like all about you saying, you know what? I'm going to come out of this energy. For a lot of you, you're stuck in this energy. You can't get this off your mind as to why the connection didn't go anywhere or why it stopped abruptly. For some of you, it was just this person just wanted sex and they wanted to keep you stuck in a sexual situation, and that's all they wanted. They saw you as someone who was attractive with the Queen of Wands, but I feel like this is all about you standing in your power, saying, you know what, I had enough of this shit, I'm letting this go. But you have to let it go. I'm showing some of you have not let it go yet. All right, so you got to let it go. So whatever it is that you need to do, whatever it is you need to sift through, Mercury retrograde is going to help you with that. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the extended, and we're going to get a little bit more clarity on these cards here to see if there's any other messages Spirit has for you in order to help you, for those of you who are going through this, to help you get past this so that by the time March gets here, you know, you're going to be good to go. You're going to be healed in reference to the situations that you came out of as far as karmic situations. Because you got to get ready for April, baby. Everybody's going to be ready for April. Everybody is going to be ready. 2021 is going to be an amazing year. It's going to be full of challenges because it's a number 5 year. But at the same time, you know, blessings are coming, especially in love. And you can't get your blessings until you heal. The universe is not going to send you someone until you heal. So let's get through this. We only got, what? From now till March, okay? You got out of the connection, which is half the battle. Now it's just the reflective healing part. So the link to the extended is going to be in the box below. Hopefully I will see you guys there. If this resonated, let me know in the comments. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you know when I post for all your placements. If this did not resonate, check your other placements. You are not just Capricorn. There are other placements that make up the total you. All right. And we're in the stage of healing right now this winter. So it's very important that you look at all your placements and understand where you stand in those areas of life so that you can move full forward in the spring, you know, as the boss that you are. All right. I love you guys, and I will see you in the extended, or I'll see you in the next reading. Peace out, Cap City.